Back out here once again. It is the Uncorrupt live stream. Busted open a couple of packs. Oh, baby. Legendary card. No better feeling in the world when you're opening packs. No idea if that card's actually good or not, but it's a card I didn't previously have, so there we go. Since the last time I streamed, so I didn't stream yesterday. Haven't played since day before yesterday, which was the first, so still quite a ways to go as we're working our way back towards Legend, and I'm still just jamming Druid. I haven't really been able to find anything that I feel like would be fun. I'm not really interested in like losing a ton of games. Hey Cax, good to see you. Hope you've had a good day today. So I think I spent my time yesterday actually trying to solve the issue that I've been having with whatever's going on. But we will see. Also, in my tinkering, it appears that I have messed up some other things that I had set the way I liked it. So, that's a little bit of a drawback. Renathal. I wonder if it's a Highlander deck. I guess I just assume that it's a Highlander deck. The Dream. I love this card, man. This card makes me want to just play like really bad just to be able to get the buff.
I race, you fold. Sparkle.
I don't think I actually do it, but it makes me want to.
Go with the flow. Go with the flow.
And there's no way that I'm actually going to float the mana. I'm just going to do this and start playing some Treants. We're gonna hope for the best here. Man, this is actually like annoying enough that I think I almost just want to concede out of
Go with the flow.
frustration. I really don't enjoy playing against secrets. Like it's almost not even worth to it's almost not even worth it to play this out for me. I'd almost rather just go ahead and lose and get on to the next game. I'd forgotten how unfun it is to play against something like this. And even more traps. I gotta be honest. I think I'm just going to, I think I'm just going to focus on my mental health here. I'd rather concede and lose the game than to play that out, man. That's an awful lot of thinking, man. I had a long day at work. I'm tired today. I don't want to spend my brain power trying to figure out what secrets I'm playing against and so on and so forth. So Hearthstone is about chilling, relaxing a little bit. So that's what I'm going to want to try to do here.
Lunara versus Garrosh. Victory or death!
A new song begins.
Just got done learning Let It Be on the guitar. Can finally chill and watch some good old Uncorrupt Hearthstone. Hey, congratulations, Cax. Let It Be, that's like a absolute classic song. I'm not much of a musician myself, but musical talent runs in my family. And honestly, I've never, like, given it a good enough try to find out if I inherited any of that talent. But there are some talented artists, you know, in my family. So I say all that to say I don't really know what it would be like to sit down and, you know, play a piece of music. But I have to imagine that it's like learning a new piece has got to be, you know, something really, really exciting and fun. So we're off to like a really bad start here, I think. Also, we're up against a Renathal warrior. think we assume that that's the Bellowing Flame. It doesn't really change our play, though. We just know, I mean, reasonably we expect that our opponent is going to be able to remove our board, or a couple of our boards. We're just trying to develop enough boards that we overcome that. It's probably a good thing that I still haven't installed Deck Tracker, because I'm pretty sure that was off the top. If I had Deck Tracker, I would know definitely whether or not that was off the top. And I'm just going to spin mana here and get minis on the board. Just going to jam cards.
We all exist.
Jam cards, the jam face, and then we're going to pass it back to our opponent. We could potentially do a lot. But this is one of those games where at least so we just need to draw some cards here. And I guess I'm just gonna go wide. And again, it's one of those situations where I'm just kind of hoping that my opponent isn't really going to be able to clear. I'm going to hold on to the cultivations. I mean, we still have more boards available. Soul of the Forest would be a nice pickup here. Looks like both copies are buried in the bottom half of our deck. It's a 40-card deck. Like, surely they can't draw every relevant removal in the matchup, right? Right?
Our gift of the arcane enlightens us.
Well, they still haven't played their Forged card either. So they're going to take us down to only 2 minions on board. And our hand is nothing but buffs. And Soul of the Forest off the top is just so good here. I always manage to find Soul of the Forest through aquatic form. Unfortunately, in this particular case, both aquatic forms are in the bottom half of the deck, along with both Soul of the Forest. And at this point, I mean, I feel like it's a concede. We're actually behind on board against the control deck. I think it's just kind of over.
Can't win them all.
So we had a slow start. At least we know we played well. Our opponent told us so. But we had a really slow start. We had no turn 1, and our turn 2 play was playing the Blood Treant. So I chalk that up maybe to just a bad draw. Hopefully my Soul of the Forest didn't drown on the bottom of my deck. As hard as we can, as early as we can, and just try to pressure our opponent's health total. Pretty straightforward matchup. Again, this is kind of one of those matchups where... Oh, baby. Hearthstone trolling me, man. Does this ever happen to you guys? Like, the card that... I would have loved to have had this card last game. And now Hearthstone trolling me. I think the silence is going to outweigh anything else.
Did that just move?
Got to remember it's mana thirst 6, but we do have a silence in hand. It could be relevant at some point. Again, our draw is just really not good. This isn't going to be active on turn 3. I don't even necessarily want to play this. I think I just have to. I think I just have to play my 2-drop. I can't really afford to hold on to it for the utility of the silence. I just need stuff. Look at how bad this hand is. That actually helps a lot.
Get off of me!
It's maybe the best possible top deck, so at least we know our luck isn't totally dead. Yeah, I'm just gonna do this. Plays directly into their Hellfire turn, assuming the deck runs Hellfire. But again, it's kind of like, what else are we going to do with our turn and our mana? We just kind of have to hope that they don't have it. That's a top deck, by the way. Come on, man, don't be doing me dirty. They were looking at it. So this ends up being pretty good for us. Because we're going to Solar the Forest. Yeah. We'll take it. So this is an undead, which means this will be active, like, for next turn if we need it. And then I'm going to trade for the 1/1. Said exactly no one ever. Actually, I'm sure somebody has said that. I think I've said it before. But 99.9% of the time, we are never trading for 1/1s. Cultivation's going to be active. They only have 2 mana left. It should just be over, right? Cultivation's going to be lethal. That's nice. So I think I saw that,
Scabs!
and I don't know,
I like my battles the way I like my
kind of
food.
feel like that means they're going to be
I
announcing
must
the end
protect the wild.
of Hearthstone esports. It's kind of hard to imagine that they would continue doing it. But I gotta be honest, as somebody that's played a lot of Hearthstone and enjoys Hearthstone tournaments for me are a tough sell. As far as, like, the tournaments aren't interesting. Because I don't know, man, they don't keep it interesting. I feel like Hearthstone casting evolved in a very, very strange way. I'm gonna trade for that? I think I might actually trade for that. And I don't know if it's like standard, because I don't really... Basically attempting to play the game themselves. Like, they're basically explaining the play that they would make if they were playing it. And I relate that to, like, other just happened. Yep. I'm just gonna go wide here. So for me, it's always been kind of weird and like, uninteresting. You know, I don't really care what play the caster would make if they were playing the game. I'm more interested in the 2 people that are playing. That's a good top deck. This feels like one of those games where it's basically just very quickly turning into a blowout. Like, the rogue doesn't really have AoE unless they discover something. And even if they're able to remove this board, we actually have a stronger board underneath it.
You fold.
Second bone spike, by the way. We've got our 5/5s. So we definitely... We'll see if our opponent can figure something out here. Prep the stick up. Okay.
My juice is
Yep. So, again, it's early January and we got another person. Like, you basically concede all common sense. I don't know. I just really don't like that deck. I guess it's fun to play, but it's only going to be fun to play when you're high rolling and getting, like, these incredible discovers that's winning you the game. If your discovers are awful, you're going to feel like you never even had a chance to play.
Lunara versus
I feel like this is a bad matchup.
I will fight with honor.
Beware the turning tides.
I'd even really feel like it's just a bad matchup. Possibly I'm not playing the matchup correctly, but I don't feel like I've ever beaten Paladin with this deck. Like any kind of Paladin. Oh, baby.
Love my new recipe.
A red sun rising.
It's unfortunate. I could actually just play this and trade for the minion. Like, how stupid is that, though? Miss 3 damage face, but I protect my board. Boom, boom.
Love my new recipe.
I don't really like this play.
Don't rush me.
Time goes short.
That actually should have gone face. That was stupid. In my mind, this still had 1 health. So I've actually just missed 1 damage base. So yeah, that definitely wasn't it. Now even if I win the game, I still don't feel very good about it. Because I know that I made a really, really bad play. I am going to break that Divine Shield though. But it just feels like at some point our opponent is going to AoE the board down and then they're going to get ahead. And we're just going to lose from there. That's what happens every time I play this matchup. Few trades end up being really good for him here. But we do have the 5/5s. Gonna push the damage face. I mean, we've got the active cultivation. We know our opponent is going to trade anyway. It's just kind of a... whether or not they can actually clear the board here, I guess. And they can. So, because they have the board clear, we just lose. That's what it looks like. The matchup just feels so bad. I guess I could play around it by full trading, but if I'm full trading every turn, it feels like the longer the game goes, the more Paladin favored it's going to be. So to get the highest expected win rate in the matchup, you just play cards and go face, and hope they don't have the answer. I'm not sure. I might have to look into that a little bit more.
Versus Sarah.
I don't think I've played any mages this season either.
Show me your strength.
So again, no idea what this might actually be. Looks like we're getting a pretty decent start though. Yeah, but to play against different decks and not be playing the same matchup all the time, that's really nice. I don't like it, but I don't have much of a choice, I think. Like, I really don't like it, but... This is active now. If I force my opponent to ping, and their entire turn 3 is just a hero power, then that's going to be... You know, I would consider that to be a win on this individual turn, at least. Yeah, so that actually worked out pretty well for us. A good top deck here as well. Turn 5, we've got this. Hopefully we'll be able to hit at least 1 cultivation. Going to ignore the board and go face. We're going to let our opponent make the trades here. Soul of the Forest is absolutely insane. I think that probably wins us the game. Okay. It's just over, right? Five, 8, 11, 13. Yeah, it's over. Just another stomp. Soul of the Forest is just like an absolutely game-winning card. Against decks that struggle to remove boards in the first place, being able to make your board, I call it having layers, but, you know, it's really hard for a deck to be able to remove your board, and then you have 2 boards on the board. It just wins the game on its own.
I defend the blessings of nature.
This is one that I'm still not sure if I actually want to keep it in my opening hand. Like, it's kind of appealing to just be able to play it, but you're minus 1 card in hand. I don't think I want to keep it. I think I'd rather have other stuff and draw into this to be able to play it for free later. Because I feel like I've had games where I play this and... It's not a bad hand. This should be easy to infuse based on what we have going on here. Gives us the best possible board. I mean, this maybe just baits out the Lightning Storm. Then I don't have much to... Yeah, I think it's fine to just do this. But like next turn, I have like this and a hero power. They trade into these guys. I'm just gonna pass here. Trading multiple minions and losing the death rattles doesn't seem like the correct way to play this. And if they do trade, then the buff is going to be active as well, as the Death Rattle is going to summon a Treant. So I can go this and hero power, and then shove face. And a Finley, they should have Finley'd first, rather than trading first. Double cultivation in hand. So, and I'm going to draw here. I think I'm just going to double cultivation. Oh yeah. Play this, cultivate, cultivate, face, face. And then we're going to hero power as well. Hopefully there's not some kind of, like, AoE silence that I don't know about. If there is, I'm in trouble. But if there's not, I think we just won the game. They only have 4 mana. Random spells. I don't know if this is restricted to class, so we're gonna have to do this. And actually, that might be lethal. Let's see, 4, 5, 6. That's not lethal, but it's pretty close.
The strong flourish is only natural.
Oh wait, it is lethal. I can't count. Oh, baby! Alright, well, apparently you don't need to be able to count to be good at Hearthstone. But that's good.
Lunara versus Lunara.
The forest fights back for the wildlands.
Against another druid, and we're going second. I think I want to keep the Blood Treant, because we're going to have to fight for the board aggressively against another druid deck. And then also going second, we have an extra card in hand, so I don't necessarily mind, like, losing a slot in hand to a Blood Treant. Hopefully we pick up some kind of 1-drop. We don't. Maybe we top deck. Our opponent kept 1. Hopefully they don't have a turn 1 play. They actually have probably the best turn 1 play. Yeah, that's kind of sad. I mean, I might have to coin out the, It's actually a really good top deck. So we're not out of it yet. Turn 3, I can do this and then coin out this. They mouse their hero power. Do it. Do it!
The strong flourish is only natural.
Man. Their start is really good. I mean, even though we're able to go so wide, they can just value trade, so we're still behind on the board. This gets infused, though. The 5/5s, maybe, but, I mean, they're still going to be putting more stuff on the board as well.
You're both number 1 to me.
So, I mean, with the buff, even if I get the 5/5s on... I mean, I definitely understand it. Let's see. I guess we'll take the Bone Flinger just because it's going to be active once this dies. And then I want to take a value trade here. Still, if they have any kind of buff, Soul of the Forest, like second one of these, Cultivation, still be really strong for them. But like this is active, this is going to be active. So I'm not ready to give up hope just yet. You know, hope for a better board. Because realistically, we're never going to have a good board in this game. Ooh, those are not 5/5s. They're going face, so I have to trade. And they're potentially setting up lethal as well. Alright, we start with the aquatic form. And... I kind of think it's Flower Child. I mean, Soul of the Forest is okay, but I'm not really in a position where I'm going to be using it anyway. I need to make that trade. This guy comes down, and then I need to trade. I guess it doesn't. And we're just dead. It was somewhat close, but we were just never able to clear up the board. I needed to be able to remove one more minion there, which basically all traces back to
Lunara versus Sarad.
Let the games begin.
A new song begins.
Alright, again, turn 1 on the play. I'm not going to keep the blood tree into here. We're just going to set up for a couple of 2/2s on turn 2. Hand's looking nice and cheap. So, I mean, turn 4 is looking like these guys. Give me a nice wide board to be able to buff up. We're going to trade the 2/3. That's interesting. I mean, they'll be able to remove our board. Just...
What if?
Do I ever save this? I don't think so. Alright, this guy's coming down. We got a hero power of 1/1. And that other stuff goes face. And then next turn it'll be this guy for 1/1s, and then Soul of the Forest, whatever we have left. They can play both of those Arcane Bolts. So they can go Arcane Bolt trade, and all we have left is the Lingering Zombie. And I would assume their 1/1 goes face, unless they have a better play. But I think if I'm playing from the Mage's side, I am thinking I need to remove... So there's one Arcane Bolt. But I'm still just gonna make the play.
Memories are fragile
Okay.
things.
So that was not the spell I was expecting. Also a lot of random there that could potentially really hurt us. All that they've played. Secret is kind of a pipe dream. Do we ever just lean into the random? Yes, we do. Plus, these guys still have Soul of the Forest on them. Oh, they go face. Wonder if that means they're setting up lethal. It's a bit crazy. Let's see, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 11. I only have 13, so I feel like I have to do a little bit of removing here. Unfortunate, but I kind of don't have a choice but to trade. We'll find out what's in this.
Careful, mudslider.
Restore 3 health and draw a card. Actually seems like a pretty good option considering they may be trying to set up lethal. And that's a nice pickup as well. So I can do this. Remove this guy. They have 4, 5, they have 6. And I'm at 19. So we shouldn't be dying here. Inquisitive Creation clears the board, though. Okay. More random. This must be like a Romath mage.
Stop.
Wonder if this deck runs like a Frost Nova. Okay. So, created by Terra Reality. So, man, did they actually create... Created by Spellcoiler. So it wasn't this. It's probably Molten Rune. Firelands Portal. So we know they have 5 damage from hand. I guess I just have to take the chance here. Start with this. Doesn't really matter. Oh man, I was so scared. I was so scared that they actually created the, what was it called? Ice Block. Would have been a disaster. Would have been an omega disaster. Yeah, that's crazy, man. The random cards are so unfun. So bad for the game. I'm sitting here sweating bullets because I think my opponent, like, absolutely high-rolled the secret. But they didn't.
Lunara versus Nazor.
Which is nice.
I feel your roots in the deep, awakening the nightmare.
My heart is one with the eternal forest.
Against a Warlock. I really need to get on the board, like, really. And start putting pressure on their health total right off the bat, so none of that's going to be good enough to keep in the mulligan.
One dose solves any problem.
Snake oil off the bat. Yeah, so this ends up being a really good turn 1 for them because they're able to make trades with it. Fortunately, the Lingering Zombie has a lot of bodies to it, but just the fact that they have this to be able to...
One dose
They actually have double?
any problem.
That is a little bit of an issue. If not even just a little bit. Man, I've got this, with the coin. Could even just play this on 3 and then turn 4, I've got... That's crazy.
I can't win them all.
It's probably an early concede there. I just find that pretty frustrating that they drew so much of their exactly the cards that they need to be able to win this matchup. I don't know if it's an early concede or not, though, the more I think about it, because the longer the game goes, the more likely it is the Warlock wins. It just felt like they had absolutely everything.
Things of nature.
I'm gonna keep one just to get 1/1s on the board right off the bat. Awesome. Kind of have to aquatic form because I need a play right now. Alright, well I got a play for next turn. Question is, am I going to throw down the 1/1s? And I think the answer is yes. I really don't like it, but I feel like our hand doesn't give us a choice. Hopefully this isn't like a... which is almost like a half board clear and a massive heal.
Shout it from the mountaintop!
So they just buffed their hand quite a bit at the cost of the coin. Alright, so I kind of have to play this even though it's not infused. And then we're going face. I mean, we got a nice wide board. Maybe we're okay. I guess it depends. Do they have taunts? And are they going to make it to turn 6 to be able to play the Hollow Hound? But I mean, we're getting ready to buff. As Rush. A trade for an additional 2/2. That was pretty good for him. Actually can't. I didn't draw a playable. That's like really not good. So our opponent's at 6 though. So maybe we actually find a way to get there. They got a lot of cards in hand. I would assume that the deck runs Hollow Hound and that they have one in hand just because they've been able to draw so many beasts. So really it comes down to I have to kill them next turn. The good news is this looks like it's going to be infused, so I've got a top deck and then 3 draws of the Life from Death. Try to find a little damage. So we've got 2 natural causes, we have 1 more living roots, cultivations are in there. Oh wow. I'm not going to have the damage to get through, I don't think. But there's some natural causes. And... add 1/1. Wow, is it just not enough? It's kind of what it feels like. Double natural case. But the Hollow Hound is gonna... it's gonna heal him for so... felt like we were in a good spot there. But I guess, I mean, we knew the entire game that we were on the clock, on a timer, as far as the Hollow Hound.
Lunara versus Tyrande.
I cannot find eternal rest, and neither will you.
Beware the turning tides.
No idea what priests are playing these days. I do like that though. I don't know. I guess if you have the silence, you have to save it.
We all exist in harmony.
I mean, I'll take it.
Together now!
And then I guess I go ahead and play the Treants. If they have the, in a 1-cost bottle. That's tough, man. I mean, I feel like if I play Soul of the Forest, they're definitely going to silence. And it ends up being 2/2s. And the 5/5s, well, we can still draw because it only costs 1. But the 5/5s are looking like an attractive option. Plus a lingering zombie.
Run for help!
And then if I remember right, there's a cultivation on the bottom of the deck. Priest. I remember this archetype. Another archetype that just shouldn't exist. Remove everything, priest. Man. Alright, now everything is going wrong. My opponent got a really good card, and then I dropped the top of my water bottle into my cup of coffee. I think I need... let's see. Double cultivation is probably a pipe dream. Like, I feel like I'm gonna need some kind of a board here to be able to make this work. That's actually not bad at all. This might be enough.
Time goes short.
It actually probably is enough to be able to bait out a silence with the buff, but I think I hold on to these guys to be able to combo, and then I can just hero power.
Run for help!
Obey the sea.
If they have a silence, they're probably going to want to use it on this board, I think. Because they definitely don't want me to be able to buff my hero power here. That would be really bad for them. In. And hope for the best. I mean, turn 8, they also have, like, the Whirlpool.
Obey the sea.
And the hero power is worth it to be able to push 3 damage here. I mean, if this dies, my hero power goes to 4. That's not, like, a small thing, I think, in the matchup.
Can you feel the gift inside?
Okay. There's the silence. And again, we just have to go all in and kind of hope for the best here.
Obey the sea.
Whirlpool, we have top decks for lethal, because we just need... Of course, it's still legendary.
Potential. Heroes that champion order.
Good trades by them. Natural causes. So that means I only have to hit twice into this. And that means we win! Oh, baby. Take that, remove everything, priest, Crasher. I hate this deck, man. Why? How can anybody have fun playing that mess? I want to know who's responsible for that archetype on the design team. I want names. Then it's like one of the, or half of the people playing the game aren't getting to play the game. It's not really my idea of a well-designed archetype. Like, there has to be something... There has to be a more compelling way to design a control deck than that. We're gonna have an early Soul of the Forest. We ignore the 1/1 naturally. If you're familiar with the channel, you know we ignore the 1/1. It might. I mean, this actually has a little bit of value to it. This also has 3 health. Which I like. And I'm actually not going to ignore the 1/1. I want to try to protect the 3 health minion in case they have the 2 damage AoE. At least something survives. And in turn 4 can be this. They kind of have to have the 2 damage AoE. Just based on what we have in our hand. They actually don't have it, so that really takes us a long way to basically just... Shrek would say it's like an onion, but I think cake tastes better than onion. Although I do like onions. Cooked, though. Onions are like a good seasoning. So they did have the Hellfire, but they're going to have an additional Hellfire. How much damage is this? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15?
Flower power.
I guess I'm going to set my opponent to 1. They can, like, tap and heal here. Or they could Hellfire and heal. Yeah. So they have exactly what they need. We do not top deck lethal. I think it's just this. I briefly considered like hero power swing face to set up lethal with like a natural causes. 2 natural causes, 1 living root still in the deck.
This is not what we stood for.
Alright, well, that just looks like
Flower power.
it's over. Right there on the edge of my seat. Alright, as we roll on.
Yuan versus Tyrande.
Another priest. Is this another Renathal?
Show me your strength.
Boylizer is a keep. It's gonna be another Renathal priest. Maybe it'll be Shadow Priest. We should have a great matchup into Shadow Priest. As long as we hit the Soul of the Forest. It's not Shadow and it's not Renathal. But a bump and then heal their thing. Next turn I'll be able to bump and natural causes to remove it and try to shut down their card draw. It's interesting. Yeah. Blossom, we'll get this on turn 3, which is good. Oh, is that what we're playing?
Who here can spell?
Okay, so this isn't bad. I mean, I can trade all 3 to be able to draw cheap. It also activates this if I play the nature spell. We actually have living roots to remove. Which I think I want to do. Maybe a wide board and use cultivation as a finisher. Soul of the Forest probably doesn't have a lot of value in this matchup. Seems like a pretty good noggling to get off of the school teacher as well.
Our gift of the arcane enlightens us.
Beautiful water. Water. Sweet, beautiful water.
I think it's actually just kind of over, right? Yeah, I think it's actually just kind of over.
Trial must
That's
end.
unfortunate. They really didn't draw that many cards either. Did we actually just lose to the what they created? I wasn't paying attention. What we lost to was the taunt minion, I think. I just don't know if it was in their deck or if it was something that was created. I really hope it was in their deck. I could live with that. I have a really hard time living with
Versus Goth!
people winning off of like this created by stuff, man. Created by is just absolutely out of control.
The forest fights back.
So we're going first in what I'm assuming is the mirror match, and we have a really good opening hand. So I feel like we're extremely favored in this position. Like, you're already favored going first. So the only way you lose is if you just have, like, you have to skip turn 1 or turn 2. We've actually got a really good turn 1, so
Good day.
we're off to a good start.
Nature's blessings upon you.
Wow.
See what they've got, though. Okay, so it's actually Dragon Druid, and they've been able to ramp. I'm gonna try. I'm also... Okay, they drew cards, that's fine. I think I'm gonna wait on Soul of the Forest for one more turn, and just try to make a wider board. That's perfect. I love it when I get this, man, and it's actually gonna grow. Like, that just works out to be a really good turn to let this thing start growing. Plus, we have another one. Probably doesn't get played. I'll end up going Soul of the Forest. Top deck a 1-drop. Perfect.
Go with the flow.
So I would definitely rather have these with the Soul of the Forest than to allow this to grow. Like, that would just be... It would be fun, but it wouldn't be correct if we're trying to win a game of Hearthstone. But I mean, we're at a point now where I'm pretty sure we've just won the game. They might be able to delay, but I'm pretty sure we've just won the game. It's just a matter of, like, putting together the damage to be able to kill them.
To play with fire?
Probably need to kill that, just because I can't take the chance that they can put together spells and be able to clear my entire board. Let's go this in Cultivation.
The ocean's gifts are all around us.
And I guess I don't care about that, because I've won the game. I didn't even count the damage. What a great play. Alright, I am going to step away briefly while we're in queue here. I will be right back, and we're going to keep on rolling. See if we can get a few...
Yuan versus Anduin. The light shall bring victory.
Show me your strength.
Hearthstone never actually gives me enough time to be able to make a cup of coffee when I walk away and do that. So this is going to make me sound like a nerd, but this reminds me of one of my favorite World of Warcraft expansions. Just the Anduin and this Wynn, or however you say this thing's name. It makes me think of the White Tiger Temple in Mist of Pandaria, which is where Anduin went area expansion. And that's what it makes me think of. I'm gonna have to hope that they don't have the silence, which they're probably gonna have it.
It's all in your head.
Can you imagine if this thing actually pulls out the 5/5? Would have been insane. Double hit into here? I think I like that. So maybe they use a silence? It's just one of those things where holding the cards is actually worse than playing the cards. And I guess I just want to draw. And then again, all our damage is going to go face here. And I think I'm actually pretty happy with the one. That was a really good one for them to get. I mean, cultivation is only going to be 1. But I think we're going to want to save it for a finisher rather than just throwing it out on the board. Well, I guess it'll still be 2 because they're not going to trade for this. Nice. And we'll take... I mean, this is just damage, right? Seems pretty good. I'm gonna want to go ahead. Okay. So there's no silence, but the heal. They're at 26. Infuse 1, I can draw 3. So, let's see, that's 3, 4, 14. And 12 is 26. This is just lethal? That's like... not even all that fun, is it?
You have better.
Yeah. Well, I was hoping for something a little bit more cool than that, but with the deck that we're playing, we're just not going to find like those really cool lethals. So, a bit unfortunate, but pretty straightforward to be able to win that game. Alright, so now I'm going to queue up and I'm going to go make a cup of coffee. And I will be back for the mulligan, absolutely.
Malfurion versus Uther.
Here today. But Paladin's just a really bad matchup. I think it's like a guaranteed loss here. Man, I got up. My coffee is actually making right now, but I get up, man, and my cat started assaulting me for food, even though she's already had dinner. I almost feel like I have to play these. Do I have to remove the minion? Maybe I do.
I wonder.
I mean, this guy's coming down. Alright, we're gonna make the play like this. I don't necessarily like it, but I think it's the way to play it. I mean, trade hero power and get down the trees into this the following turn? What? Like, really, really? Other option would be to play these guys, but then they just... They still have a lot of good trades like that. Question is, do I want to make trades here? I really don't, but I almost feel like I have to. Well, that's not bad. Yeah, I'll take that outcome. Living Roots. I probably should have traded, because if they have that Keeper of Strength attack that I made, if I started over on this side, then by the time I got there I might have realized, hey, wait a second. Alright, well that's actually not Keeper of Strength, so I don't mind that.
The light dims, but
This isn't super great. But it could be significantly worse as well. Start with this guy. Get a random minion in here. Hit here. And I guess I'll just go ahead and get another minion on the board. And then hold. Do they have a way to be able to clear here?
Reporting for duty.
We actually just win the game. I can't believe we beat a Paladin. I think that's the first time I've been able to beat Paladin with this deck. Nice. So we've been able to get up to a Diamond 5, so now is the time when the grind is actually going to begin as far as actually getting back to Legend, because I only had a 10-star bonus, so I'm down to only 1 star. So it's actually going to take quite a while to be able to get there at this point. And, to be honest, I think I may have actually had all of the Hearthstone that I can actually stand for one day, so I'm actually going to switch over on like the Steam winter sale or whatever. I think regular price is like $7 that going here. And we'll take a break from Hearthstone, man. Sometimes I really just have to reset my brain when it comes to Hearthstone. It's very, very taxing. Sure, I'll say that. So, actually, it looks like the winner's kind of like Vampire Survivors type thing. I'm not sure what you call that genre. But it's pretty good. And there was actually a patch. Was the most recent patch. I need to rearrange my setup a little bit. So I think I've got like 9 hours into this. But like I say, it's pretty enjoyable, especially for a game that you can get for like $6 or $7. If you're big into graphics, click to be able to move. Correct. I'm gonna play Scotty. Lottie Dottie, we loves the Scotty. What? Yeah, man. I remember when I was in 4 years that I was in high school, but he was also like an amateur bodybuilder. Earl Green, they called him Earl the Pearl, but he would do that. Like he would just be walking around, and you know, again, he's like for a long time. Let's see, pretty good. Come on, man. There we go.
There are.
Let's see, more experience. So it's so early in the game, and because I went for that summon build, I think the summoner is actually a really nice pickup early. Also, I don't normally like to try to kill as much in the early game. I try to run around and find these shrines. But the fact that I've got this bonus experience makes me want to
I want to see death.
try to get some early levels. Path of Frost. I'm gonna take the one that's damaged. Frost typically seems to be some of the weaker stuff in the game. That attack damage applies to my Raven.
Let's be real.
Spell speeds and cooldowns. Against the trigger an additional attack. That's like Wind Fury. Really quickly too. Should be good against like bosses, I think. We're not really going to be immobilizing enemies enough to make use of this. Light level 2. Gee. At some point during this run, it's just not going to work all that well. you've been deemed virtuous. I have no idea what that means. I mean, we're killing an army of... Our heart is corrupt. Apparently they don't know who they're dealing with here. You go from virtuous to a corrupted heart like that. Late on the dodge. Let's see. Faster attack speed. Take a faster move speed just to try to get more shrines. Yep. This reminds me of that movie, Dodgeball. Duck, dive, dodge, duck and duck. I don't remember what he said. I remember it was silly though. I like it. Man, the problem with this immune buff, though, is you don't know when it's going to wear off. It, like, doesn't give you a countdown, so if you're taking advantage of it, it'll wear off, and then you just take a bunch of damage for no reason. You'd almost be, like, better off playing like you don't have it. 4 minutes to get slimes. I feel like our build is really bad. When I played with it, it just didn't feel comfortable. I'm gonna go for the faster move speed just to try to be able to pick up more shrines and get stronger. I feel like this is a run where I'm gonna have to come up with creative ways to get stronger. Yeah, these just aren't good, man. I don't have any alterations on this character to be able to get a different buff, so I have to pick one of these lightning things. I guess I'll take the chain lightning. Try them. But it feels like so many of the abilities that we have are like multi-target AoE style damage. Those single target bosses are going to be especially tough. Maybe that's where the white ranger brings us. Attack speed, longer dash. Here we go. Alterations, that's what we need. And the rating is hitting for a metric ton. That's over 1,000, man. It's gotta be because of that buff that I got in like the first minute. I gotta stay moving to find shrines though. That's not that good. But the stupid Raven, it's like an absolute. Oh, my bag is actually full. Didn't realize my bag was full, but fighting likely aren't that good anyway, just being blues. Man, maybe the Pacific buff. Be in trouble. Come on. I was not late on the dodge. I was late on that one though. Nice. So I think with that buff to pull in all the experience shards, I actually want to backtrack a little bit to get back to where I was. That's a significantly shorter cooldown. I like it. Spotted one shrine. Dang, this is so good, man, but I think you always are expert. I think I like it. Extra projectiles on Blight. Ice shards when we dash. I thought all offers were supposed to be expert, man. Is that like a bug or something? What the heck? Significantly here. Gonna take this. The Raven is like getting farther away from my head for killing stuff, so I want to make sure that I can pull those green shards, because that's what's going to keep up my attack and damage with the gem high. The buff only lasts for like 1 second, so you have to be continuously killing stuff. But once you get it going, your attack speed and therefore the damage goes absolutely. I think it's also move speed, maybe. I like damage on blast cannon. lack of damage is showing up. This many enemies, like even with all the AoE that I've taken, they're just not dying fast enough. None of these are really all that good. I still don't understand why. Oh man. I guess it's Fury. Attack speed feeds into more attack speed with the gem hive. The problem is I'm like taking chip damage now. That's a little bit of help. I need to find a healing. Poison heal. Gotta also get hit by all of his fireballs. Nice. I probably do want to pick up purple.
Stormy cloud.
With this and damage like with the build that I have. I don't Oh, nice. I got full move speed even while attacking. Health? It's actually shaping up to be a pretty decent. Steps drop more often. 12% chance critical. Last have to go. 2 life.
Death has Wow, man, that was like heat-seeking arrows or something. I just end up selling a lot of this junk.
area, attack area. Kinda don't want to give up the dice. Like full range, but -1 dash. You can't really do the -1 dash. You don't. Spell damage every 3 levels up to 80%. Actually doesn't seem that good. But it's probably better than summon damage. Oh! I forgot, I have an item on this character that gives me permanent summons the entire time. Experience percent.
My favorite.
This ability is just so fun, man. This area minus range. Projectile count +3. Projectile pierce +1. Velocity 10%. I really like Chains of War, but I don't think you need it. Like, the Sorcerer is the only ranged character that's in the game right now. Again, this is early access. This is just a really fun ability. But I think this is going to be better overall. This character. Do need to mind the limited range. You shoot out a firebolt against your attacker. I've got to take the meteor shower. Third or fourth one that I've found. But I don't know, like, when you complete the set, if you get something or something happen, I have no idea.
Be mindful.
Oh, that's an alteration. I thought it was a reroll. Spell area increased. That's pretty nice. What we're going for here. Lower spell cooldown, but extra spell damage. I like it. The drawback is I feel like it makes the whole thing net negative. It's so fun, but I really don't think you need it with a ranged character. Damages and knocks back enemies. That seems pretty. I don't have any way to set enemies on fire, is the thing. I'm just gonna take the meteor shower. Because even if the meteor shower sets enemies on fire, there's already fire on the ground from the meteor itself. I'm not sure how much more damage that would actually help us do. probably gonna want more of the dual type stuff. Slime can do it easily. That was a big hit of damage on this slime. I thought I was gonna kill him, and they all ended up hitting me. Rupturing blades. Better shurikens actually seems significantly better. I mean, 45% is not a small percent chance. Take the blight. The problem is, it's like random damage where they spawn. Like, I don't even know if they necessarily spawn directly on an enemy. But if they don't, you're kind of taking your chances. See, when I had that white blue Scotty on the last run, you can see just how much you can't really take it like passive that is -1 dash, and specifically against that boss, you can't dash twice. There's times where you can't take that ton of damage. Extra shurikens and more piercing is going to be a lot more damage against attacks. Spell damage. Attack speed, or I think it's attack speed. Attack speed is going to help us with the
Make him feel the...
Spell damage. Enemies along the way. I guess at some point it's probably better to just have like more builds. Yeah, like these blades. It's just more AoE damage. No target damage. Low on health.
My gifts are far cool.
Yeah, I guess just like dropping faster, more of it. I'd find some healing here. It's not finding it. Damage that I shouldn't. Golly. Sitting there talking about not paying attention while not paying attention. Shouldn't have died. Sad. night run. Attack damage. Take damage, becoming invulnerable 3 seconds. So I've got one offense. I think I'm going to take the defensive ability here. Let's see, on this guy I've got... Yep. Oh yeah, this guy's got passive experience gained on his gear. Only got one reroll. Hands of War. Gonna take more experience.
Sin can.
I don't want this one at all. Armor. I'm gonna take the armor, but I'm really unhappy about it. And the stupid graves and tombs are a waste of a shrine because even if you find an item, it ends up being like a gray item, which I really want to pick up. Rather than some kind of buff.
Why I'm doing?
Attack supply burning. I think I like that. What alterations in case I get bad? Merchants or whatever. Enemies hit by your attack shoot out rupturing hurricanes. So the good thing is, like, those shurikens actually apply burning too, it looks like. So that gives me the ability to apply burning to a lot of stuff. Shrines. It's just more burning damage. You kill a number of burning enemies. So after 11 burning enemies, there's an explosion that knockbacks and damage enemies.
May my.
So this is where I'm going to use an alteration then. Rupturing and damaging enemies on the way. So that would give me more attack speed. If I'm really offering that attack speed based on ruptured enemies. I kind of wanted to take movement speed. But the critical strike chance could end up being really important at some point. Especially as, like, the enemies have more health when we get into the bosses. Critical strike is going to be pretty good for us here. Blades. I'm going to take critical strike chance. What do we have now? I'm assuming it stacks, right? Spell stuff. Critical chance 24%. So we got a 24% chance of doing 300% damage. I don't know if it's 300% or plus 300%, which would actually be more. Either way, it's a lot of damage. It's still a low chance of master offers, so we're gonna hit up with a bunch of generic normal offers or whatever there is. A lot more experience, but all offers are... I mean, we don't really have... Actually, we do have spell projectiles. Make burn damage here. Because we've got the shurikens, but then we also have the, these blades. We're not all that lucky anyway, as we've learned from years of playing Hearthstone. Losing all of our luck doesn't really do anything. We never had any to for an alteration, but I think I actually like the attack speed. The attack speed is just more shurikens is more damage, plus it's going to apply more burning. And in early access, they're going to be supposedly adding looks like they're taking a lot of damage. More burning damage. I like it. I like it. We're still virtuous. Back. Damage against healthy enemies. So I might actually need to use some of those alterations to look for a healing passive. Chance to gain a random blessing or become cursed. I don't think I have what it takes, man. I'm just gonna become cursed. If I've learned anything from playing Hearthstone, it's that I'm just not lucky. So I shouldn't try to rely on luck to win the games. Whether it's Hearthstone or whether it's Death Must Die. Yeah, heal for 15 life. Heal. Gain attack speed and movement speed for 60 seconds. Or I can heal and get max life. I think I want to heal and get max life. Because I can potentially find a passive that will heal me like this. Every second point, so it's 4 massive blades whirling around me, and somehow they actually miss everything. Oof, too slow to dash that time. I actually didn't have a dash. I tried to dash, but they were up. But that's where the this is even a little bit more healing. So that's basically like 1 health every 3 seconds. Reroll. Do I want the Chains of War now, or is it too late? I almost feel like it's too late in the game to even go for the Chains of War. Extra shurikens. I think it's too late to even go for this now, so I'm going to take the extra shurikens. But anyway, the damage that I took is going to heal up over time, as long as I don't do anything stupid. More damage. strike chance is actually pretty beefy this run. That was another situation where I thought the enemy was going to die before the attack went off, so I just took damage for no reason.
Let the lady.
The problem is, I kind of need enemies that have more health to really take advantage of it. Like, in order to get meaningful attack speed, it needs to move longer. So I either won't have the attack speed, or I'll have it when I need it, I guess is the way to do it. Skeletons have to be like almost no experience at this point, so killing them is basically a waste of time. Kind of like this. It's just like straight don't take damage. It's pretty much, for the most part, I'm only taking damage from the really big hits on the way. But I'm not taking damage off those big hits. Should be really good. So big compared to like those other options. Into basically more trash, but I guess lower cooldown on Divine Shield is the way to go. I'm just going to focus on trying to get more shrines. Although, with the experience buff, I might actually want to focus on fighting right now. Yeah, it's just... Level 16 in 10 minutes. I'm not sure if that's good or not, to be honest. I feel like it should be good because I've got a lot of passive
Death did not-
experience gained. It's down to 12 seconds now. I guess would make those shurikens better.
Time for.
Yeah, more shurikens, farther range, and they pierce twice. But again, that's like more AoE damage type stuff. But I feel like where I'm going to run into trouble is single target damage against bosses. Although, on shield down to 9 seconds. At some point, it's just blocking so much damage to be the same. getting a ton of attack speed. How much pressure they are until they die. Just have an idle. Their attack range is really close. You just kite them while you're walking away. Like, you don't even have to use your dash. They just won't hit you. Easy, boss.
Justice.
Okay, this is more healing than this. Or more, it's actually more damage on the blades. Never go mad surgery. Into the blades. I don't want to get too close, man, because you can get hit by multiple of those fireballs. Or I can go in close as long as I have my fielder like this. He attacks, I dash in, I attack a couple of times, and then dash out. I'm going to be real close to him when he attack again. Take some. Then this. That's for Scotty. The green parrot fights alongside you. This actually could be a really interesting build, because you can run the white raven and the green parrot. Try hang on to that. This. Insta-heal, luck. Why's my stuff so bad on this character? I thought I had really good stuff. A little less damage, but it's a chance to heal. It probably applies to like the blades and the shuriken as well. It'll keep you topped off. We're really going in on defense with this particular run. To like shurikens and blades, it's just been healing me a lot. In addition to the fact that I have the shield that's going to do block damage, but just more a little bit slow on the dash out there.
So chilly down here.
No dash. take like damage against enemies with a barrier. But extra blade is nice. When the shield guys are surrounding you, it's hard to know which direction to dash into. There's so many of them that are lining up and attack. Damage on the blades. Taking damage for a little while, so my passive heal. Top it all. There's no way I can be stunned. Lose life for spell damage? Probably afford to lose 9 last night. Not fun. Just like that. Need to avoid fighting. Although at 20 minutes you get the final boss. I don't fight, I don't... Baby, it looks like playing Shinobi. Look at all these the attack speed of all this rupture as well. I mean, this... I don't know. It's so late now, I don't feel like it does anything, but... Man, it's just so... Alright, what's gonna help me win this? Just more damage? Oh, come on, dude. I was late on the dash, man. That should have been a kill. I was late on the dash. Well, I think that's actually going to do it for the stream. Thank you so much for watching. Appreciate you guys stopping by and hanging out. As always, I am Uncorrupt. Hope you have a good rest of your day, and hope to be able to see you next time. Thank you so much for watching. Whee! I just look like a moron trying to end the stream.